A cool and cloudy evening in Omaha, Nebraska. Feelings of early fall here at Bryan Stadium as the second edition of Friday Night Lights for the Omaha Gross Cougars kicks off tonight after last week's commanding win over Mount Michael. And they will go toe-to-toe with the visiting Seward Bluejays. Now, really quickly, we want to give a shout-out to tonight's sponsors, Camping World, Colleen Almgren, and Better Homes and Gardens, the Good Life Group, and a special thanks to the supporters of Gross Catholic High School, the Furman family, Nacarelli family, Drake family, Brennan family and co, and the Pekar family. Now, Omaha Gross Cougars coming in off of a commanding victory, 34-7 over Mount Michael last week. It was an impressive performance that led to 240 rushing yards for the Gross Cougars. They were all over the field, led by Gage Mill, the starting quarterback who leads the rushing attack for this team. He had 14 rushes for 66 yards and found the end zone once. And then Jake Garcia, the veteran running back, 15 rushes, 77 yards. And then Charlie Palladino didn't get many touches in the backfield, but had a breakout 46-yard touchdown run and had 78 yards on the game. That's what you can expect to see from the Gross Cougars. They have a big up-front offensive line. Coach Van Hout told me earlier this week they've had multiple guys on the offensive line put on 20 to 30 pounds this offseason, and it's opened up their rushing attack even more. And then expect when you see the rushing attack to hit on all cylinders for them to run some play actions or run pass options to try to get receivers over the top and potentially get some big plays downfield. We saw some guys like Weston Miller, Ivy with one big 29-yard touchdown catch last week, as well as Jackson Drake, who caught one as well. And the quarterback situation's interesting for the Gross Cougars because you have three quarterbacks who consistently saw the field in that first game. As I said, Gage Mill, the senior, is going to lead that rushing attack, but you'll see guys like Henry Tunison and then the sophomore Colby Duncan come into the game. Colby Duncan, 3 for 5 last week in their win over Mount Michael with 47 yards and a touchdown. Coach Van Hout had great things to say about his IQ and what he brings to the table at such a young age. And after talking with Coach Van Hout, he said a lot of things about last week's game where he thinks they can improve in all three phases of the game. But the thing he liked about last week, he said, even when we were wrong, our physicality buffed out a lot of the things for us. They're trying to create a physical brand of football so people can recognize Omaha Gross as a team that you do not want to mess around with. They're going to beat you up front. They're going to run it downhill, down your throat, and then they're going to throw it over the top the second you pack the box. And that's what you can expect tonight. And we are going to take a quick moment to observe the national anthem. We're not going to take a break. We're going to sit here and listen to the national anthem, and we will be back in a quick second.
At this time, we invite everyone to rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats. Please stand for our opening prayer. Please remain standing at the conclusion of the prayer for the playing of the national anthem, performed this evening by the Cougar Band. Gross Catholic is a Catholic school in the Marianist tradition, and as such, we begin all activities asking for God's blessing. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. God in heaven, we come before you tonight, and we give you thanks for your many blessings. May the actions of all here this evening, players and fans, always reflect your love for all people. Please keep all the athletes free from injury, and may they be strengthened in mind, body, and soul to do their best each day. Together we pray the Marianist doxology. May the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit be glorified in all places through the Immaculate Virgin Mary. Amen.
are just about set to get action going here at Bryan Stadium in Omaha. And really quickly before we get this game started, we'll take a look at some of the keys to the game for both squads, starting with the home team, the Gross Cougars. The biggest key for them today is playing to their identity. They're a team that can run it down your throat and then trick you with some RPOs or different types of pass options that are really going to put you in trouble. So the key is to live to your size. Be physical, play like Coach Van Hout said, that brand of football that can be a bit intimidating to play against as a defense. Last week it worked very well. The rushing attack was on fire, and then whenever that defense fell asleep for Mount Michael, they went over the top and they were able to get touchdown passes in the air. You have to live to that identity today. And then if you are the visiting Seward Bluejays, you have to play behind your quarterback, Gavin Suckup. Had a fantastic week last week in their 38-0 win over Lexington. He had 4 touchdown passes to 4 different receivers and was able to run one in on his own. He's a guy that has had a fantastic career for this Seward squad. Last year, in the victory over Gross Catholic, it was a 13-7 victory, also the second game of the season for both squads. Gavin Suckup threw 50% and threw for over 225 yards in that victory, 2 touchdowns and no interceptions. So he's had success against this Gross defense, and if Seward's going to have a chance tonight, they're going to have success starting from Suckup. As now both teams are going to take the field. The coin toss has been decided, and it's going to be the home Gross Cougars receiving the kickoff. Just about 2 minutes away from kickoff. Gross already taking the field.
Cougars will be defending the north end zone. Seward will be defending the south end zone.
And as I said earlier, a cool, brisk evening. The temperature not expected to get below 72 degrees tonight. Wind blowing out of the northwest about 10 miles an hour. So we're going to have to see the opening half. It's going to be Seward kicking into the wind as Gross is going to set up their rushing attack offense. And this team definitely has taken a step up since last year. This is a team last year that you could tell was a work in progress. A lot of young guys, a lot of small guys still working to try to get used to varsity football and get used to how it works at that intense level. And this year, it's kind of started coming together. That was a commanding week 1 victory. You got to keep in mind, these two teams, I should say last week between Gross and Mount Michael, they played each other week 1 the year before, and it was a defensive showdown. And last week, Gross was able to kind of showcase their offense a little bit and show that they can put points on you in a hurry if you're not ready to play. So we'll see if they can continue that sort of offensive firepower today, and they're going to get us started today. So we will get to see right out of the gate if we're going to see some carryover going into today's game.
Number 32, Parker Hammond, set to kick it off for the Bluejays.
Both teams now set up and ready for kickoff as we are about to get things underway for the second game of the season. Both teams coming in with a 1-0 record. One of them will stay undefeated. One of them will suffer their first loss. And we get a bit of an onside kick, bit of trickery right away, and it looks like Seward might have fallen on it. What a gutsy play out of the gate, and Seward does come up with it. Wow. Gutsy way to start the game for the Bluejays. They go with a trick onside kick to try to see if they can come up with the ball, and they do so. Unbelievable play call to start the game, and that is the aggressiveness that you're going to need to come on the road and beat a team like Omaha Gross, who's coming off a huge victory. As I said before, Seward coming off a 38-0 win last week over Lexington, where the offense was the story of the game, and it's the passing attack that you want to watch for this Seward team, led by Gavin Suckup. They're a throw-first team. In the meeting last year between these two teams, over 200 passing yards for Seward, no more than 60 yards on the ground. A polar opposite style of offense than this Gross Cougars opponent. And they're going to start the game with a little read option in the backfield. He's going to get tackled probably a yard on the play, maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Sukup tried to keep it, but it was a nice read by the defensive front of Gross. They got in the backfield and swarmed.
Second and 10.
Second and 10, nothing doing on that first run. Sukup with it. He's got Mason Bisbee in the backfield. Fullback Trevor Ruth going to lead out in front. In the shotgun, He's going to take it, hands it off to Ruth. Ruth up the middle. Nice job with the leg tackle there.
The fullback, number 22, Trevor Ruth.
And that was Sam Nacarelli coming up with the tackle. Nacarelli, the 6'1 junior, 260 pounds.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Limits the run there from Trevor Ruth, and now we're going to have a 3rd and long. 3rd and 6 from the 46-yard line. Still have some work to get in the field goal range, so a difficult spot if they can't convert. Now they run an option again. It's the keeper, Sukup. Gets down the sideline, gets out of bounds. Nice run there, gets to the left side. And that is what you need if you're the Blue Jays to get the drive started.
Good for a Blue Jay first down.
They don't stall on the first 3rd down attempt of the day. They convert. Now from the 30, it's 1st and 10. So we're trying to hurry up and go with a quick play, not going with a huddle here. Sukup and Roth in the backfield. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. He's finally going to throw one. Zing pass, and it's going to be caught. Gets tackled down about a 10-yard pickup there.
Micah
Hackbart with the catch there.
8 or 9 on the play. It's 2nd and 1.
Nice little zing pass there from Sukup. Saw zone coverage there from the Gross defense. Might want to man up if they're going to do little button hook routes like that to try to get quick passes. Out of the shotgun again. Roth in front, lead blocking. Sukup's going to back up to pass. He throws it down the middle of the field, and it's going to be caught inside the 5. Incomplete. Great job on the play. Defensively.
Pass broken up by Jaden Bowen.
Jaden Bowen, the sophomore. Coming up with a big deflection there. Stripped it out. Looked like Piskorski was going to come up with the completion. Excellent job there. The junior Jaden Bowen, 6'3", 160 pounds. Now a quarterback sneak on 3rd and 1. And it looks like he's going to have enough to move the chains. And it's going to be a 1st down for Seward. The drive keeps going. 9:57 left here in the opening quarter, and a fresh set of downs coming up for the Blue Jays. And again, we're going to see a shotgun setup here for Sukup and the Blue Jays. He's got 4 receivers, and he's alone in the backfield. Still waiting for the play call. Now he's got it. He gets the snap. Now he's going to take off a quarterback draw. Met at the line of scrimmage. Excellent job. And it looks like a fumble and recovered by Gross. Talk about a way to electrify the home crowd in your first home game of the season. Seward starts driving, the leader, Sukup, the veteran quarterback, starting to get a rhythm going, and then they force a mistake. Now we get to see the Gross offense on the field after the kickoff initially gave Seward possession. And now they force a turnover going back the other way. The Gross defense came up big last week, and they are 1 for 1 on their possessions this week. Now Gage Mill in the offense gets to go to work here for Gross. As always, they pack that big offensive line. And they have Thomas Gilbert and Jake Garcia in the backfield. And now they run an option. And it's Gage Mill running downfield, and it looks like he's got enough to move the sticks. And that's how Gross will hurt you. They have a number of different ways to attack you with the run. They can hit you with the triple option. Gage Mill can keep it. They can run it downhill. They can run it to the outsides. It's pick your poison on whatever defense you want to go against this rushing attack for Omaha Gross. Again, it's Gilbert and Garcia in the backfield. Mill under center. I formation setup. And now it's going to be a handoff and met at the line. That was Thomas Gilbert trying to run that one. The 5'10", 195-pound junior for Gross. They try to hit you with a number of different ways to run the ball, and then they'll throw it over your head.
Gain of 1, it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 here from the 32-yard line. A situation where you expect run on 2nd and long. Try to pick up some extra yardage to make the 3rd down more reasonable. And if you're this offense, you can make it happen. Toss to Garcia. Garcia cuts back. Not much doing there. A yard, maybe 2. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and 7 here from the 34-yard line.
Nathan Hens with the tackle. Gain of a couple brings up 3rd and 7 for the Cougars. Falls at the 34-yard line.
3rd and 7 coming up after the 2-yard run from Jake Garcia. Coach Van Hout said this week at practice their emphasis was details. They need to do the small things that win the game of inches that is football. And now 3rd and 7, they're going to need a big play here, and it's Mill under center. Mill takes it. He's going to run the option. Runs out left. Cuts back, and he's not going to get enough for the first down.
Gage Mill on the carry.
Going to be about 2 yards short.
Tackled by number 21, Nolan Hill.
And we're going to see what Gross does here. It looks like they're going to stay on the field and try to pick up a first down and keep the drive alive. I like this gutsy play call, especially after what we saw Seward do right out of the gate on the kickoff. Seward coming into this game very, very aggressive. It only makes sense to come back and give them a taste of their own medicine. 4th and 2 from their own 39-yard line. It's Gage Mill under center. 2 receivers out to the right. Mill takes a snap and a flag on the play. It looks like we are going to get a free first down for the Gross Cougars.
Offsides on the Bluejays.
And it looked like it might have been Blake Austin on the play. That jumped. Nonetheless, the chains move and another first down here for Gross. 6:59 left in the first quarter as we see Thomas Gilbert come out of the game and Gage Mill going to the huddle to get the play started. A great way to start the drive for this rushing attack. 4th and short. Get them to jump off sides. Now it becomes a mental game. 1st and 10, 44-yard line. It's Garcia running downhill, finds a gap. He's got a chance, and he gets tackled at the 31-yard line. Jake Garcia, have yourself a run. The 6-foot, 195-pound junior. Jake Garcia with an excellent run on the play. Coach Van Hout called him one of the hardest working and disciplined kids he's been around. You can usually expect Jake Garcia to get around 20 carries a game, and that one was a big one. Now they're in enemy territory at the 31-yard line. Mill takes a snap. It's Garcia again, cuts back, and met at the line. Excellent tackle there.
Tackled by Nathan Pence.
That was Nathan Pence on the play, the 205-pound senior for the Bluejays.
It's 2nd and 9.
Coming up with the tackle and just a 1-yard pickup after the big run from Garcia. 5:55 left in the opening quarter. The ball moving downfield slowly but surely for Gross. They're knocking on the red zone, trying to get the first score of the game after Seward initially kicked off, got the ball back, looked to be marching, and then Gross forced a fumble. And since then, it's been the march of this rushing attack as Gilbert tries to run up the middle and able to gain a few extra yards. Talk about getting something out of nothing, and that was actually Owen Brennan on the play. The 5'10", 175-pound junior.
Nolan Hill and Trevor Roof on the tackle.
Owen Brennan and Thomas Gilbert will switch off at fullback for a lot of the game. And in 3rd and 6 coming up from the 27-yard line, fairly manageable. But this is an interesting distance. You wonder if they're going to see the first pass of the game from Gross or if they're going to keep trying to ram it down the Bluejays' throat. It's Mill. He's going to run the option. Nice block. He cuts back, tries to pitch at the last second, fumble, and it's loose. It looks like Gross probably hopped on it, and they will keep possession and move the sticks while they do it. That was a risky pitch by Gage Mill, but luckily the offense able to recover. Mill on his way down, looked to try to get it to Garcia. You could tell he knew he was a few yards short, but nonetheless, they avoid tragedy and keep the drive alive, now officially in the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's Brennan and Garcia in the backfield. Mill under center. Rice on the left and Jackson Drake on the right. Run up the middle, and Owen Brennan only able to get a few. Looked like about a gain of 3.
Ball carried by the fullback, Owen Brennan.
And now Thomas Gilbert coming back into the game here with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the opening frame.
Matota and Justin Hurley on the tackle.
Nobody scored in this one yet. Seward was knocking on the door before Gross was able to steal possession. Now Seward with their backs against the wall here at the 17-yard line. It's Mill, Gilbert, and Garcia in the backfield. Mill takes the handoff, hands it off to Garcia. Met at the line. He was able to somehow get back to the line of scrimmage. Looked like it was going to be a tackle for loss, but able to get to the line. Christian Fields, the Blue Jay, able to get into the backfield. And now another 3rd and semi-long for this Cougar offense. Every time they've elected to run and every time it's worked. Let's see if they can get more luck coming their way on this 3rd down conversion. Mill gets the play as we are heading towards the back stages of this first quarter. Now it's Rice on the right and Jackson Drake on the left for the receivers. And that's going to be a false start on the play, and that's going to go against Gross. It looks like it was Brandon Kaburik, the senior, who jumped.
The Cougars is a 5-yard penalty.
The tight end, Kaburik, jumped just a little bit too early, and now it digs him in a bit of a hole. 3rd and long, now you probably look to pass here. This Gross rushing attack could be creative enough to pick up a big chunk here, but more often than not, you're going to see a pass in this situation. They're still packing it in tight on the offensive line, still in an I formation. And it's going to be Charlie Palladino in the backfield. Gage Mill rushed. He's swarmed. He's able to roll out right, able to juke defenders, trying to make something out of nothing, and he has met maybe a yard on the play, but avoided catastrophe on the play. Looked to potentially lose 5-6 yards, able to juke defender after defender, and now it's 4th and 12.
Gage gets back to the original line of scrimmage. It's 4th and 10.
2:30 to go left in the first quarter, and it looks like we're going to keep the offense on the field. And they will elect to keep the offense on the field, and it's going to be Gage Mill coming out on a 4th and 10. It'll be interesting to see what play selection we have. Still only 2 receivers out. And we have Gilbert and Palladino in the backfield. Mill takes a snap, drops back to pass. He's got time. Defender coming from the back. He lobs it up towards the end zone, and it's Kaburik trying to get it to him, and it's picked. Interception. Trying to find Kaburik in the back of the end zone, and it's going to be picked off on the play.
Mason Bisbee with the interception.
And it's the starting running back, Mason Bisbee, coming up with the pick in the back of the end zone, and both teams trading turnovers on their first possession. 1:52 left. Both teams had promising drives to start the game, both ending in turnover. And in that situation, honestly, it's not a bad idea to try to go for the end zone. The worst thing that's going to happen is it's going to be incomplete, and the ball's going to be right where it is at the 20-yard line. So the interception, although less than ideal, doesn't hurt the Cougars that much. 1:52 left here in the opening quarter. Gavin Sukup going to get things started out of the shotgun yet again. It's Bisbee in the backfield. 3 receivers out left, 1 out right. And it's going to be a screen pass over the right through the hands. Could not come up with it on the play. Intended for
number 16, Eli Heiser.
Eli Heiser, the intended receiver on the play, just went right through his hands. Was a pretty solid play call. Had a chance on the right to potentially pick up 5-6 yards, but now 2nd and long for the Blue Jays. The crowd showing out here for the home Cougars. As now Sukup in the shotgun again. Blitz coming from Gross. They run the same thing. Out to the left, and he's going to be met, but breaks a tackle. Excellent second effort to pick up a few extra yards, and that's Micah Hackbart.
Tackled by Charlie Palladino.
Same exact action offensively. Look to get it to the right side and just let the receiver go to work. And Hackbart able to pick up a big enough chunk where now Seward has options on 3rd down. They can run it. They can pass it. Let's see what they choose. Sukup looking for the play call. He's got Bisbee behind him, now moving to his right, and he's got Trevor Roth in front lead blocking. And he's going to take it and just run with it. Sukup lowers his head, and he's going to be right at the first down marker, and they're going to move the chains. First down, Seward.
Thomas Gilbert and Gio Gomez on the tackle.
And that's where those completions to players like Hackbart can pay off big dividends. If you can give yourself third and short, then you can let guys like Sukup do the rest on third down, and now they get a fresh set of downs. Same setup as the last play. 2 out right, 1 out left. Sukup waiting for the call. Bisbee moves over to Sukup's left. Now looks to get it off quickly and does. And a quick little pass, and that is going to be a short completion to Nathan Pence.
Number 84, Nathan Pence.
A short completion there, and we've seen a lot of that action. Other than the one throw that was stripped towards the end zone,
Second and 4.
It's been a lot of one-step drop backs for Sukup and trying to get rid of the football quickly, and it has worked out. And Sukup looks like he's going to wait this one out and potentially take us to the end of the first quarter, or maybe they are going to try to get one more play off. And they won't. So that will take us to the end of the first quarter. Neither team on the scoreboard after drives that looked promising. 0-0 the score after one quarter. We'll be back for second quarter action.
Camping World of Omaha is your one-stop shop for everything RV. Shop from the top manufacturers, the best floor plans, and the most competitive prices in the Omaha area. Travel trailers starting at only $99 per month. Plus, buy an RV from Camping World and receive access to the Good Sam Elite loyalty program, offering incentives valued at over $2,000. Don't miss out on the incredible deals at Camping World, located just east of Exit 1B on I-29 in Council Bluffs. Payments not inclusive of tax, title, license, prep, and dealer dock fees. See dealer for details and full disclaimers.
0-0 the score after one quarter. As we're going to get second quarter action started real quick, this game is brought to you by Camping World, Colleen Almgren at Better Homes and Gardens, the Good Life Group, and a special thanks to these families, the Furman family, Nacarelli family, Drake family, Brennan family and co., and the Pekar family for their contributions to Gross Catholic High School. As the first play of the quarter is a 6-yard run. It's going to be 2nd and 4 from the 37-yard line for the Seward Bluejays. They picked up a first down before the first quarter ended, and it looks like that last run will move the chains. So we get a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10. Sukup gets it, tries to run the option. Nice job defensively to end the play early, swarmed him. And that's going to be a pickup of maybe 2 or 3 yards.
Weston Miller, Aibi, and Gio Gomez on the tackle. Gain of 3. It's 2nd down, 7 to go.
Sukup tried to get to the outside there, could not beat the runner to the edge, and it resulted in just a 3-yard pickup. So now 2nd and 7 coming up for the Blue Jays. It's Sukup and Roth in the backfield. 4 receivers out wide. You'd think it's about time to see Sukup let his arm sling. He's due. He waits for the snap. And now gets a handoff to Roth, and he's met in the backfield, swarmed by the defense, and brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Brought down by O'Den of Cougars. Loss of 2 on the play, it's 3rd and 9.
3rd and long after the excellent play up front from the Gross defense. That 4-4 defense can pack the box and make life hard for you. And they did there. Now we're going to see a likely passing situation here from the Seward offense. Three receivers out right, three out left, one out right. And he looks to throw, throws it out towards the left, it's caught. And it looks like he's not going to get enough for a first down. Maybe did.
Pass complete from Sukup to number
Lowered his shoulder, moved his feet, a flag on the play. The second we've seen of the game. We'll see if this comes back. But before the flag came out, looked like he might have had enough for a first down. Let's see what the officials rule. And it's going to be an ineligible man downfield, so that's going to bring the Blue Jays back even further. 10:05 left here in the second quarter, and third and very long for the Seward Blue Jays. The officials spot the ball at the Seward 37-yard line. And that is where they will attempt this 3rd and 12.
It's 3rd and 14 for the Blue Jays.
Excuse me, it's going to be a 3rd and 14. So a lot of real estate to cover here. 3 out right, 1 out left. Sukup looking to let his arm go. Had 220 yards in the last meeting between these two teams. Has really struggled to let the arm loose here in the opening 2 quarters. Now he backs up the throw. Looks out left, the swarm coming in. He breaks out of it before he's sacked. Has a chance to run, but tackled before he gets to the original line of scrimmage. Sukup tried to get out of it and could not, and the punt team comes out for Seward. Excellent job by the front end of that defense for Gross. They packed in the box, the rush came, and the pressure got to Sukup. That's the kind of thing Coach Van Hout talked about before the game. He wants to throw different coverages at Seward to try to make Gavin Sukup uncomfortable and make him make decisions he doesn't want to make, and right there was a prime example of that. Could not get time to set and throw, had some receivers potentially open, but didn't even get a chance to look, and now they're going to punt it away, and this one is a short one. And it's going to be returned. A chance to run here and tackled immediately. That was Charlie Palladino on the return. The 5'11", 155-pound junior.
Very short gain, 1st and 10 for the Cougars.
Had a big rushing touchdown last week, a 46-yard run. And that's something you can expect to see. Jake Garcia kind of mans that backfield, but you can see guys like Palladino go back there and make some big plays. It's part of the reason why Gross likes to run the football. They can keep their guys fresh. They can rotate guys in and out, not only in the backfield, but on the offensive line. Coach VH credited Coach Stanishek before the game, talking about how a lot of these guys have gained a lot of weight this offseason and improved their strength and conditioning, and he gave all the credit to him for how good of shape that this Gross front line is. Gage Mill gets the snap, hands it off to the fullback, and he's able to pick up 1-2 spins, grabs another few extra yards.
Owen Brennan, the ball carrier.
Owen Brennan stumbles forward and picks up about 5 or 6 yards.
Isaac Spatansky on the tackle.
8:40 left here in the second quarter, and it's going to be 2nd and 5. And this is something the Cougars like to do as well, control time of possession. They've done that so far in this game with different types of schemes. They just want to hold the ball and keep the defense on the field. Is now an option here. Mill pitches it to Garcia. Garcia trying to beat him to the edge, and he does. Gets a big pickup and the first down. About 12, 13 yards on the carry, and the chains move.
1st and 10 for the Cougars.
Nice pitch there. Gage Mill earlier with a dangerous pitch. You can tell he learned his lesson, made that committed pitch before he received contact, and it results in big yards. And it's nice when guys like Garcia can beat their defenders to the outside and find the sideline, because that's when you can pick up those extra chunks of yards. And they did that just there. Again, the I formation here for Gross. Mill takes a snap. He's going to hand it off. Downhill run. Wide open gap. That offensive line creating all sorts of space, and Garcia gets an extra push and may have picked it up for the first down. Looks like they're going to mark him about a yard short.
Justin Matulka on the tackle. Gain of 9. It's 2nd and 1.
Jay Garcia Needs to pat every offensive lineman on the back after that push they had up front, creating a huge gap for him to run directly downhill. Picks up a big chunk of yards, and we're going to have a 2nd and short here for Gross. It's going to be Gilbert lead blocking and Garcia in the backfield. And they hand it off to Gilbert. Gilbert with a gap and picks it up for the first down.
Ball carried by number 44, Thomas Gilbert. Mason Bisbee drags him down. 1st and 10 for the Cougars.
The triple option works to perfection. It looks Nebraska-esque of the 1990s. They just find different creative ways to give the ball to the many different running threats they have. And this drive has just been churning away now in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. 1st and 10. It's Millen taking it under center. Gets it to Palladino. Palladino runs up the middle, and he picks up a gain of about 5. And that's where Gross likes to live. Obviously, if they can get a big chunk of yardage, they'll be happy with it. But 5 yards a carry will get you to the end zone easily. And they have done that very consistently on this drive. Plenty of 5+ yard carries. As now they're going to get a 2nd and 5 from the opposing 40. And now Mill looking back to throw. He's rushed. He throws a deep one downfield. And that one going to be bobbled incomplete. Nice heads-up play by Ben Rice to knock it away.
Ben Rice. Down, it's incomplete.
Ben Rice, one of those guys who has to turn into a defender in situations like that. You see guys like Julio Jones who are known for that, and he did it right there. Excellent heads-up play. Knew he wasn't going to be able to get to that ball, but made sure that his quarterback didn't throw an interception, and they lived to see another play. 3rd and 5 here from the 40. A chance to keep the drive alive and move the chains. Both teams still looking for the first points of the game. A handoff to Gilbert right up the middle. He keeps the legs churning. Does he get enough for the first down? It looks like he might be marked a yard short. 4th and 1 coming up. If any trend looks like it's going to continue for this game, it looks like the Gross offense is going to stay on the field.
4th and 1 for the Cougars.
We have yet to see punter Alex Koss, the junior, number 41. We have yet to see him in this game. The offense has stayed on the field on every 4th down opportunity, and they're going to do it again here. I formation. It's Gilbert at fullback and Palladino in the backfield. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout on the play. We will take one with them. The Seward timeout here, 5:40 to go in the first half, 0-0 when we come back.
They say life is about the little things, those moments we unplug, packing up the camper after a long week, making room for new memories.
You and me, we meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
If you've wandered the mountains or ridden a trail, if you've discovered beauty that's left you speechless, or laughed like you haven't laughed in years, if the food tastes remarkably better and the friendship is somehow deeper, you've probably been camping.
0-0 the score here. 4th and 1 coming up for Omaha Gross. We're going to see what Coach Van Hout has in store for this offense. Can they move the chains and keep the drive alive? It's Mill. Quarterback sneak picks up plenty for the first down. The chains will move. The clock keeps on ticking, and the first down keeps the drive alive. This Gross drive has lasted over 3.5-4 minutes already, and they are still creeping up towards the red zone as the clock continues to run. Quick reminder, this game is brought to you by Camping World, Colleen Almgren at Better Homes and Gardens, the Good Life Group, and a special thanks to the Furman family, Nacarelli family, Drake family, Brennan family and co., and the Picard family for their contributions to Gross Catholic High School. Gage Mill under center here, 1st and 10. Hands it off to the fullback. It's Brennan finds a big lane. spins his way towards the first down, and it's going to be close.
Mason Bisbee with the tackle.
And they are going to give him enough for the first down. Just barreled his way towards the marker. Looked like he was going to get stopped after about 5-6 yards and just kept churning his legs. And that's something we've seen a lot from Gilbert and Brennan today. They've done a great job. Every time they get their initial contact, they keep pumping their feet to gain an extra 2-3 yards. And now first down here from the 21-yard line. Mill again. Hands it off to Garcia. Garcia up the middle, able to pick up a big chunk.
Garcia.
Got his legs clipped out and tackled after about 7 yards. Bryce Piskorski coming up with the tackle, had a touchdown catch in Seward's win last Friday over Lexington. Making good plays on both sides of the ball. And it's going to be 2nd and 4 after the Garcia run. That offensive line continues to create gaps. It's just a battle of when he gets to the second level. That time he lost the battle. Let's see what they can do here. It's Garcia again. Gets to the second level, gets enough for the first down, and it's 1st and goal. First time today we've seen a 1st and goal opportunity from either team. From the 9-yard line, Gross will set up here the first real opportunity we've seen for points today. And one thing Coach VH said before the game is we potentially could see Henry Tunison and Colby Duncan in this game. So far this half, it's been all Gage Mill under center. The senior quarterback, 5'10", 175. He's going to hand it off to Brennan here. Tries to get a few extra yards, but brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Tackled by Blake Austin.
Blake Austin, the one coming up with the tackle, and it's going to be
Gain of 1, it's 2nd and goal from the 9.
2nd and goal from about the 9-yard line here. Still some work to be done. Ideally, you can pick up 4 or 5 yards here and make it 3rd and reasonable. It's going to be Brennan at fullback, Garcia in the backfield. Jackson Drake out to the left, and a packed offensive line. Garcia finds a gap, getting a push. Does he have enough? And he's going to be tackled just short, but that's the yardage they need to make this an interesting 3rd and goal. That's the kind of running back you have in Jacob Garcia, a guy that does not say no. Coach VH had nothing but good things to say about what Garcia brings to the table, and we saw a glimpse of it there. 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line, the biggest play of the game so far with 2:45 left in the half. Can the Cougars find the end zone for the first score of the game? The Gross crowd getting electrified. Mill under center, hands it off. Gilbert into the end zone, touchdown Omaha Gross.
Touchdown Cougars. Thomas Gilbert on the carry. He's in for 6 points for the Cougars.
The 5'10", 195-pound junior barrels his way into the end zone, and the Gross Cougars have struck first.
McNamara on to attempt the extra point.
And the senior Andrew McNamara trying to make this a 7-point lead for the Cougars. And that's going to be a bad snap, and Palladino tackled at the line. Nonetheless, Gross strikes first. They make this a 6-0 game after the score from Thomas Gilbert, and we're going to see if the Gross defense can come out and get a stop when we come back.
Omaha is your one-stop shop for everything RV. Shop from the top manufacturers, the best floor plans, and the most competitive prices in the Omaha area. Travel trailers starting at only $99 per month. Plus, buy an RV from Camping World and receive access to the Good Sam Elite loyalty program, offering incentives valued at over $2,000. Don't miss out on the incredible deals at Camping World, located just east of Exit 1B on I-29 in Council Bluffs. Payments not inclusive of tax, title, license prep, and dealer dock fees. See dealer for details and full disclaimers. Camping World.
Alex Costi will kick it.
Thomas Gilbert barrels into the end zone for the first score of the game, and now Gross going to kick off here, leading 6-0. Quick reminder, this game is brought to you by Camping World and Colleen Almgren at Better Homes and Gardens, the Good Life Group. And it's going to be Alex Cossey kicking this ball away as Gross tries to get one last stop and maybe have time for another score before the second half gets going. That ball booted downfield inside the 10-yard line. Here comes the return. Tries to get all the way out left, cuts back, nothing doing. The special teams on a fumble, and it looks like he was down on the play before the fumble. Before the fumble happened, it looks like he was ruled down. Jackson Franks able to get there, caught him at the 15-yard line.
1st and 10 for Seward.
And what a way to start this defensive possession, with almost forcing a turnover before you even let your defense get out there. And this is going to be the biggest test of the day for Gavin Sukup. Now trailing in this one. And he's going to have to play a little 2-minute drill. 2:23 left in the quarter. And his offense has been moving the ball pretty well so far this game, but every time you think Seward's going to punch it in, the Gross defense answers. It's Bisbee in the backfield. Rolling out left is Sukup. Almost sacked in the backfield. Now he rolls out left. Defenders trailing him. Throws it deep downfield, and it's caught. He's down the sideline, past the 40, out of bounds.
Number 9, Christian Fields.
Christian Fields, the 170-pound senior.
Pushes him out of bounds.
There's the deep threat we haven't seen all day from Gavin Sukup. The pressure was brought in. He was able to roll out left and get just enough space to heave it over the defensive safeties, and a huge pickup. Still over 2 minutes to go, and now the Seward offense is in rhythm. 1st and 10 from the 37. Now rolling out right. Throws it over, it's caught. Tackled out of bounds after a decent pickup.
Pass complete to Bryce Piskorski.
7-yard pickup on the play.
Miller Aibi on the tackle. 2nd down and 3 for the Bluejays.
Ball on the 30-yard line here, 2nd and 3. It's taken 2 big plays, and the Bluejays now with 2 minutes left are on the brink of scoring and potentially tying this game. Sukup backs up to throw. Looks, the pressure coming. He moves up in the pocket. Now he goes to run. Stiff arms. He's got the 1st down and more, another stiff arm. Garcia can't make the tackle. He's still moving up the sideline. Gavin Sukup refusing to be denied there. Said no to 2 or 3 different defenders, and now they are in rhythm.
1st and 10 for the Bluejays.
1st and 10 from just outside the 10-yard line. 1:46 left. This drive has only lasted about 40 seconds so far, and they are already creeping up on 1st and goal. And now a quarterback draw. It's Sukup. Gets tackled from behind.
Gavin Sukup with the carry.
And that's going to be Brandon Kaborik coming up with the tackle. Gets it from behind, and now it's going to be 2nd down.
On the tackle. It's 2nd and 5.
Excuse me, it was Robert Pekar with the tackle. 2nd and 5 here from the 7-yard line. 1:20 to go in the quarter. It's Sukup trying to even this game. Drops back to throw. The pressure coming. Gets off the throw. Incomplete. There's the Gross pressure. That's going to make things difficult for Sukup.
Incomplete. It's 3rd and 5.
And now the biggest 3rd down of the game for this Blue Jay offense. At this point, it could potentially be 4-down territory if you're trying to tie the game, or if you want to play it safe, you could kick a field goal, trust your defense, and then get the ball after halftime. As Seward was the team to kick off at the beginning of this game, they actually recovered the kickoff. It was a fake onside if you're just tuning into the game. But now a big 3rd down. 3rd and 5. Sukup hands it off to Roth. Roth up the middle, finds a gap, spins, and he's in the end zone to tie the game. Touchdown, Seward.
Trevor Ruth, the ball carrier. He is in for a Seward touchdown.
Trevor Ruth, the 220-pound senior, evens this game, and that drive only took a minute and some change, which fortunately leaves Gross a little bit of time to make something happen in the final minute or so of this half. Now the extra point attempt to try to take the lead here in what has been a low-scoring first half. The kick is up and good to take the lead. Seward, after a quick touchdown drive just before the half, they take the lead 7-6. Gross is going to have a chance to try to take the lead before the half when we come back.
They say life is about the little things, those moments we unplug, packing up the camper after a long week, making room for new memories.
You and me, we meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
If you've wandered the mountains or ridden a trail, if you've discovered beauty that's left you speechless, or laughed like you haven't laughed in years, if the food tastes remarkably better and the friendship is somehow deeper, you've probably...
7-6 the score. Seward going to kick off here and give the ball back to Gross with just a little bit of time left in this half. Real quickly, this game is brought to you by Camping World and Colleen Almgren at Better Homes and Gardens, the Good Life Group. And the return here from Palladino, cut short just inside the 30-yard line. So now 1:07 left on the clock for this offense to go to work.
Jacob DeGroot on the tackle.
The question is, which quarterback's going to take the field? It looks like it is Gage Mill yet again. Excuse me, it's going to be Henry Tunison coming into the game. The 190-pound junior, 6'1". You can already tell what this means for this Gross offense. They're going to let the ball fly. Gage Mill lining up as a wideout now. And let's see what this offense can do. Tunison backs up in the pocket, looks to throw, and that one sails out of bounds, looking for Ben Rice on the play.
Henry Tunison's pass is intended for Ben Rice. Incomplete, 2nd and 10.
You like the play called there, trying to get a little quick down and out for 8-9 yards and stop the clock while you're at it. Tunison brings a lot to the table. Coach VH described Henry Tunison as their big play guy. Their guy that can come in and throw the ball downfield and potentially get big chunks of yardage. It's the first time we've seen him in this game, but the junior had a touchdown pass in last week's win against Mount Michael. Tunison gets the snap. Now he's going to hand it off to Garcia, who's got a huge lane, and they trick him with the run, and they pick up huge chunks of yards with it. They get all the way to midfield, and the Gross crowd now into it. 54 seconds left. The Gross offense going to have to get going in a hurry. What a fantastic play call by Coach VH, and we're going to get a timeout on the play. We'll stay here through that timeout. That is excellent play calling by the Gross offense. Going with a little run there when you expect the pass. They bring in their passing quarterback as a defense that immediately puts you into man or zone pass coverage situations. And what does Gross do? They go back to their running attack and they give it to their leader, Jake Garcia, who picks up about 15 or so yards on the play and now creeping into enemy territory. Only 54 seconds left in the half, though. Not a lot of time and still plenty of field to cover. Tunison's going to have to make something happen coming out of this timeout. It'll be interesting to see what kind of play selection they go with here. Obviously, still some timeouts left on your side, 2 timeouts left for each team. But you want to save those if you have a potential field goal opportunity. But before you can get your opportunity, you need to get downfield, and that's what Henry Tunison is going to try to do here. 2 receivers out each side, and he's got Garcia to his right in the backfield. Only 3 guys up front. Tunison comfortably in the pocket, throws it out to Garcia. Garcia makes a move, breaks the tackle, now gets to the outside and gets out of bounds.
Tunison's pass complete to Jake Garcia.
A high IQ play there by the junior.
Out of bounds after a gain of 5.
Saves the timeout and picks up a chunk of yardage now into enemy territory at the 47-yard line. 2nd and 7 coming up. Henry Tunison had to go with the safety option there and got it to Garcia. Garcia still to his left, now 3 receivers out left, 1 out to the right. Tunison comfortable in the pocket, throws it across the field. That one's going to be intercepted. He's going to have a chance to take this all the way back down the sideline, in for the score. Touchdown, Seward.
Tunison's pass picked off by Hackbart.
Micah Hackbart
He's in for another 6 for the Bluejays.
with the defensive touchdown for Seward on a drive that looked to have some promise. That's just a difficult throw to make across the field. And Seward with a huge momentum push before the half. 35 seconds remaining and a chance to make it an 8-point lead. After the half, Seward will get possession after they kicked it away to start this game. Now a chance to kick this extra point and make it a 14-6 lead. Seward sets up for the PAT. And the kick is good. 14-6 the score now after the pick six from Micah Hackbart. When we come back, Gross with 35 seconds left will try to get something on the board before half. We're going to take a quick break.
Camping World of Omaha is your one-stop shop for everything RV. Shop from the top manufacturers, the best floor plans, and the most competitive prices in the Omaha area. Travel trailers starting at only $99 per month. Plus, buy an RV from Camping World and receive access to the Good Sam Elite loyalty program, offering incentives valued at over $2,000. Don't miss out on the incredible deals at Camping World, located just east of Exit 1B on I-29 in Council Bluffs. Payments not inclusive of tax, title, license prep, and dealer dock fees. See dealer for details and full disclaimers. Camping World.
Seward kicking off here after the big pick six to make it a 14-6 advantage. The kick is underway, and it's going to be a nice little squib kick, and it bounces off. It bounces off the hands of a Gross offensive returner.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars at about the 19-yard line.
But the ball did go out of bounds. The flag was waved because it was touched by a Gross player. So ball will start at the 19-yard line for the Cougars. 31 seconds left. And Tunison coming back on the field. Even with 31 seconds left, they're going to bring their slinger in. You wonder if they're going to try to pull something out of their sleeve and maybe still get a score before the half. They have 81 yards to get there in 31 seconds. 4 receivers out. Tunison's going to hand it off to Garcia. Garcia tries to get to the outside. He's going to cut back, and he's met by a swarm of defenders. And that might just take us to the half there. After Garcia picked up a chunk of yards, it's going to be 2nd and 2. And it looks like that will take us to the half. 14-6 the advantage for Seward after the late pick six gives them momentum. And it's going to be Seward receiving the kick after the half. In the meantime, we're going to take a quick break with an interview from Stephen Driscoll during the halftime intermission, and then we will come back with second half action in the future. For Matt Kirkle, we're going to take a quick break.
They say life is about the little things. Those moments we unplug. Packing up the camper after a long week. Making room for new memories.
You and me, we meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
If you've wandered the mountains or ridden a trail, if you've discovered beauty that's left you speechless, or laughed like you haven't laughed in years, if the food tastes
varsity dance team. Nice job, ladies.
They say life is about the little things, those moments we unplug, packing up the camper after a long week, making room for new memories.
You and me, we meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
If you've wandered the mountains or ridden a trail, if you've discovered beauty that's left you speechless, or laughed like you haven't laughed in years, if the food tastes remarkably better and the friendship is somehow deeper, you've probably been camping.
You and me, we're meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
It's the best America has to offer, and it's meant to be shared. RVing is for everyone.
(14-6) the halftime score here at Bryan High School. Joining us now during the halftime intermission is Stephen Driscoll, the Vice President of Advancement here at Gross Catholic High School. First and foremost, we've had you in the booth in prior years. How does it feel to be back up here in the booth?
It's nice to see you, Matt. It's good to be up here. It's good to be back at football again.
Beautiful.
Big crowd this year, too.
Big crowd,
we missed
beautiful
it.
evening. I was about to say, now that COVID's over, it's nice to get out of that stretch and start getting people back in the stadiums.
Great to see everyone.
So obviously, there's been a lot of momentum at Gross Catholic High School lately. A lot of big things happening. Obviously, a new president and a new director of admissions. Talk about some of the things that is doing and maybe will be doing in the future for the high school.
Right. So we welcomed our new president, Dr. Tom Curry, here. Just in July he started, and then he was here in person beginning in August. And so we've really hit the ground running with him, and we're working with the board of directors, the community, the faculty and staff to kind of refine the vision of where we're heading as a school, and a lot of exciting things coming with that. And then also we welcomed our new director of admissions, Kara Wesley, and Kara's hit the ground running. We have junior high students joining us tonight for an event, recruitment event. We have over 130 students with us tonight, so that's also exciting, and looking forward to the future with both of them.
And it's nice to see the young crowd getting into it, as well as obviously things like the new Innovation Center coming in. That's going to create a lot of opportunities. Maybe discuss what that could also do for the Gross community.
Right. So we just opened last week, dedicated, and had the ribbon cutting. We had Archbishop George Lucas out to join the students and open the Innovation Center. It's a 10,000 square foot renovation to our academic wing, full of technology, and it's all donor funded. So it's a $1.95 million project. We've got a little bit left to go on that, but the donors have really stepped up. And so that's created huge opportunities for us. And what I'm most excited about is that it's not just a room. It's really helping take our academic programs to the next level. We've, with that, expanded partnerships with local universities, Creighton University, College of St. Mary's, Bellevue University, UNO. as well as a number of other organizations in the community and businesses, including Symphony Workforce. And so we just launched a new program with them called Find Your Why that launched today. So that's up on our website, and it's a partnership. We're going to be inviting all these high schools in the eastern Nebraska and western Iowa to do different projects with businesses in the community. So and then with those partnerships, also adding dual college credit enrollment for students. So just creating a ton of momentum, obviously a great upgrade to our space, but for our academic programs, it's outstanding and really helping us launch off.
And now that I mentioned it earlier about how COVID's kind of, I should say, attempting to take a back seat. But with that being said, I know we talked about last year with homecoming, trying to balance COVID with all that. This year, tell me a little bit about what you guys have planned for homecoming and some of the things that are in store with all that.
Right. So at the moment, we will have our normal homecoming with some new things this year. So we have our homecoming tailgate. And homecoming starts the week of September 20th with a game that Friday. And we kick off with our Cougar Golf Classic on Monday. The students have a number of things going on throughout the week. We have football Friday with our alumni tailgate. So we'll have food trucks and a bunch of other things to celebrate homecoming week with our alumni, welcome them back to see the new upgrades to the school. And then come on over to the game, and then we have the dance that Saturday. So we invite alumni to come back that Friday for the game. And then also that week, we've moved our Alumni Giving Challenge to that week. Just makes sense, right? Homecoming week.
Right.
And that's going to be a good move for us. So we're excited to also have that coming back around here.
Well, Stephen, we always appreciate you coming up in the booth and talking to us, and hopefully we can see that alumni turnout at all these different events and continue to get that community support with all these new things coming to Gross High School.
Sounds good. Thanks,
awesome.
Matt.
Thank you so much for joining.
Yes.
I appreciate it. And when we come back, we will get second half action. The halftime score right now, 14-6 in favor of Seward. We will come back in about 5 minutes for second half action.
Camping World of Omaha is your one-stop shop for everything RV. Shop from the top manufacturers, the best floor plans, and the most competitive prices in the Omaha area. Travel trailers starting at only $99 per month. Plus, buy an RV from Camping World and receive access to the Good Sam Elite loyalty program, offering incentives valued at over $2,000. Don't miss out on the incredible deals at Camping World, located just east of Exit 1B on I-29 in Council Bluffs. Payments not inclusive of tax, title, license, prep, and dealer dock fees. See dealer for details and full disclaimers.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Nate Lefebvre Memorial Field on the campus of Mount Michael Benedictine High School for the 2021 season football opener. Mount Michael hosting Omaha Gross Catholic. Jake Garcia already over 30 yards on 6 carries, 12 rushes, 64 yards for the Cougars, and they will punch it in. Far the Cougars looking like the stronger team through a quarter and a half here as they're knocking on the door again. Another run, this time Palladino kicks it out to the right side, a race to the end zone, and Palladino is in there. Touchdown, Gross. Tunison with a stronger arm than the rest of them. He is more of a natural passer, and you see it here. Looking to the end zone, and the ball is caught. Touchdown, Gross. Mill, straight handoff up the middle to Palladino. He breaks the tackle, and look out. There goes Charlie Palladino, and the Cougars are on the board again. 41-yard touchdown run. But getting back to a more normal offensive structure this year. Hopefully the injury bug will not bite. Wide open receiver there, and it's another touchdown for Gross.
They say life is about the little things, those moments we unplug, packing up the camper after a long week, making room for new memories.
You and me, we meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
If you've wandered the mountains or ridden a trail, if you've discovered beauty that's left you speechless, or laughed like you haven't laughed in years, if the food tastes remarkably better and the friendship is somehow deeper, you've probably been camping.
You and me, we're meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
It's the best America has to offer, and it's meant to be shared. RVing is for everyone.
Life is wonderful. Life is wonderful. Never understood, but life can be this good.
Six or 14-6 the score here at Bryan Stadium as we are set to get second half action started with Seward receiving the kickoff here. The first half ended not in Gross's favor. Less than a minute left. Henry Tunison threw a pick six to Micah Hackbart that resulted in a big touchdown that ultimately shifted the momentum, now leaning towards Seward, but a lot of football left and a lot of time for Gross to get their rushing attack established again. Coach VH said before the game that he likes the challenge that's facing his team going up against an offense and a quarterback like this, and the defense is going to get tested here right out of the gates in the second half. If they can get Seward off the field, they'll be in a really good position to make this an even game.
Alex Cossey set to kick it off for the Cougars.
Cossey's going to boot this one away. Last time got it inside the 10, almost forced a fumble on the kick return. As we are going to get second half action underway here at Bryant Stadium between the Gross Cougars and the Seward Bluejays. Kickoff underway to get us going in the second half. And it's returned inside the 5-yard line. He's coming out down the middle of the field. Finds a gap and a nice little return inside the 35-yard line.
Bisbee on the return.
And the halfback Mason Bisbee on the return.
Lucas Gwinner on the tackle. First and 10 for the Bluejays.
And now the Gross defense coming back out. Trying to see if they can get a stop together and maybe put some pressure on the quarterback, Gavin Sukup. He's out of the shotgun. Bisbee to his right. And Trevor Ruth out in front at fullback. And the read option, Sukup's going to keep it and get tackled just past the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 1 or 2.
Tackled by number 61, Sal Nacarelli. Gain of 2 at second and 8.
And one of the team captains, Sam Nacarelli, coming up with a tackle. A small gain on the play. Second and 8 from the 39. Handoff to Ruth, and he's met in the backfield. Great tackle by the Gross defense. Brandon Kaborek,
with the tackle.
the 6-foot senior, gets in the backfield and puts him behind the line of scrimmage.
Third and 12 for the Bluejays.
Third and some real estate for Seward. This would be a monumental momentum shift if they could get Seward off the field in a 3-and-out. Sukup in the shotgun, and he's got Ruth on his left. Takes a snap, rolls out left, looking, throws it down the field, and it's going to be caught, but just about a yard short of the first down marker. We're probably going to see the offense stay on the field.
Knocked out of bounds right at the flag.
Fourth and very short.
2 yards short, it's 4th and 2.
4th and 2. And this could be the biggest play of the game for Gross if they can get a stop. It would set up excellent field position for Gage Mill and the offense to go to work inside enemy territory. But first, we're going to have to see if the defense can put together a stop. One interesting thing has been the Seward rushing attack. They're mainly a passing team, but they've ran it quite a bit today, and they've ran it with a little bit of success. Expect them to do it here. 4th and 2. Handoff to the fullback. Ruth gets enough for the first down. And it looks like there might have been a fumble. The coaches want the fumble on the play, but the officials ruling him down on the play. And Ruth gets enough for the first down.
Needed 2, got about 3. First and 10 for Seward.
Ball right at midfield here, 1st and 10. Three receivers out left, 1 out right. Sukup's got Ruth in the backfield. And they run a little flip to try to get him around the corner. They run up the field and a first down. Nice little shovel pass.
Number 23, Micah Hackbart.
Micah Hackbart having a big game in this one. Had the pick 6 earlier. Catches the shovel pass
for the Bluejays
to pick up a nice chunk of yards and get into enemy territory. A 13-yard pickup there for Hackbart. Looked like they were going to hand it off to Ruth. And then pulled out the trickery for the big play. Sukup here, 1st and 10. He's going to keep it. And he's going to find a lane. And a big one, too. And he finds the end zone for the Bluejays. Touchdown, Seward.
Gavin Sukup, ball carrier. He's in for a Seward touchdown.
Gavin Sukup was able to find a lane. Looked like he was going to get stopped around the line of scrimmage and broke out for a big one. A 37-yard touchdown run for the 190-pound senior quarterback. Makes this a potentially 21-6 game if the PAT is knocked down here. 9:48 left in the third quarter as Seward attempts the PAT. And the kick is good. 21-6 the score in favor of the visiting Blue Jays. Gross going to try to get the offense going here in the second half for the first time in the second half when we come back.
Left in the third quarter.
Camping World of Omaha is your one-stop shop for everything RV. Shop from the top manufacturers, the best floor plans, and the most competitive prices in the Omaha area. Travel trailers starting at only $99 per month. Plus, buy an RV from Camping World and receive access to the Good Sam Elite loyalty program, offering incentives valued at over $2,000. Don't miss out on the incredible deals at Camping World, located just east of Exit 1B on I-29 in Council Bluffs. Payments not inclusive of tax, title, license prep, and dealer dock fees. See dealer for details and full disclaimers. Camping.
Gavin Sukup scampered for a 37-yard touchdown run before our last break, and now Seward's going to kick it away out of bounds. That one's going to stay in. Great kicker's roll, and this is going to help the field position for the Seward defense immensely. Looked like it was going to roll out of bounds, but able to stay in.
First and 10 for the Cougars.
And Gavin Sukup with a big touchdown run on the last possession to make this a 21-6 ball game as the Gross offense takes the field for the first time in the second half. Real quickly, we just want to thank our sponsors, Camping World and Colleen Almgren at Better Homes and Gardens, the Good Life Group. Now we're going to see Ben Rice come out of the game as Gross sets up shop at the 16-yard line. First and 10. Gross going back to the I formation. Mill under center, hands it off to Garcia. Met at the line.
Ball carried by Jake
Maybe a gain
Garcia.
of yard on the play.
No gain on the play. It's second and 10.
Second and 10 here for the Gross offense after Jake Garcia gets back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be Gilbert at fullback, Garcia in the backfield. Again, it's Garcia. He cuts back. Able to pick up a chunk of yards. Makes it a 3rd and 5 play coming up.
Ball carried by Jake Garcia. Tackled by number 21, Nolan Hill. Gain of 5, it's 3rd and 5.
8:45 left here in the third quarter. First third down opportunity for the Gross Cougars here in the second half. Jackson Drake outright, everybody else packing that offensive line for Gross to see if they can get a bit extra push. Mill with the option, he finds room. He gets the first down and more, breaks a tackle and tackled at about the 45-yard line.
Out to the 46-yard line. Nolan Hill and Trevor Ruth on the tackle. First and 10 Cougars.
That is an electrifying play that can get a spark underneath this Gross offense. Still plenty of time left in this game to make a comeback effort, only down 2 scores at the moment. And that run will light a fire underneath their offense, now setting up towards midfield at the 46-yard line. Hands it off to Garcia. He's patient with it, tries to beat him to the outside and does. Past the 50, cuts back again. Here he goes inside the 40, cuts back again on his feet. You cannot stop that man. Jake Garcia breaking tackle after tackle and gets inside the 35-yard line. All it takes is 2 big runs and Gross is in business. First and 10 now at the 32-yard line. at the 27-yard line. As now Palladino in the backfield for the first time in the second half, and it's still Mill under center. Gilbert's going to get the handoff. He's going to find room. And another big chunk of yardage.
Tackled by Nolan Hill. 9-yard gain, it's 2nd and 1.
Gross trying to find ways to wear down that defensive box of Seward. Going run after run to see if those big fellas up front can put some water in the basement and make things difficult for the defense. And so far, the last 3 plays have shown that they can really grind down on this defense. Handoff to Palladino. Palladino tries to cut back. He breaks a tackle and gets knocked down at about the 10-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 11. And another first down for Gross.
Bisbee and Justin Matulka on the tackle. 1st and 10, Cougars from the 11-yard line.
Now the Cougars knocking on the door, trying to make this a game again. Seward came out with a few big plays and scored and looked to shut up the Cougars early on, and they are not staying quiet. At the 11, first down. Mill running the option, gets a lead blocker. Finds space and tackled at about the 5-yard line.
Nolan Hill on the tackle. 2nd and 4.
2nd and short here for Gage Mill and the Cougars. The running attack has worked to perfection out of halftime. Doesn't look like there's been a lot of game plan adjustments, but it also doesn't look like they need them. They're playing their brand of football, and it's worked so far. 2nd and 4. Mill hands it off to Palladino. He's patient. Finds a lane. Does he have enough?
Ball carried by Charlie Palladino.
And it looks like they're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. So it's going to be a new set of downs from the 1-yard line, I believe so. The official's talking it over to see if he maybe had enough to get in for 6. And they rule it a touchdown. Charlie Palladino with his 2nd touchdown run in as many games. Makes this a 21-12 game. PAT coming up potentially. Actually, it looks like the offense is going to stay on the field and try to make this a 7-point game yet again. After their first PAT was a bad snap. They couldn't get a good hold on it, and they didn't even get a chance to kick it. Now a 2-point conversion to try to get themselves back square, down 7. It's Mill under center. Everybody packing the line. Garcia up the middle. And it doesn't look like he had enough to get in. And the 2-point attempt, no good. But nonetheless, the Gross Cougars on the board yet again. Charlie Palladino finds his way in the end zone to creep the Gross deficit just a little bit closer. 21-12, Seward football when we come back.
Camping World of Omaha is your one-stop shop for everything RV. Shop from the top manufacturers, the best floor plans, and the most competitive prices in the Omaha area. Travel trailers starting at only $99 per month. Plus, buy an RV from Camping World and receive access to the Good Sam Elite loyalty program, offering incentives valued at over $2,000. Don't miss out on the incredible deals at Camping World, located just east of Exit 1B on I-29 in Council Bluffs. Payments not inclusive of tax satellite.
21-12 the score after Charlie Palladino found his way in the end zone. Gross trailing, but now a chance to get a stop and make this a closer game as they kick this one away. This game is brought to you by Camping World and Colleen Almgren at Better Homes and Gardens, the Good Life Group. And a quick special thanks to the Furman family, Nacarelli family, Drake family, Brennan family and co., and the Picard family for all of their generous support of Gross Catholic High School. As Andrew McNamara looks to kick this one away, Alex Cossey, and he boots this one downfield. Heck of a kick inside the 10. And tries to find a gap up the middle, and the special teams ends up bringing him down just inside the 35-yard line.
Of the Alex Cassie kick. 1st and 10 Seward.
And Mason Bisbee, the return there, able to get close to the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Bluejays.
And last drive was very successful for the Seward Bluejays, capped off by a 37-yard touchdown run from the man in charge at quarterback, Gavin Sukup, and a tackle for loss to start the drive. A huge loss of yards. Mason Bisbee could not find anywhere to go. The second he got the ball was swarmed.
Loss on the play.
The senior defensive end, Brandon Kaborik,
It's 2nd and 16.
getting in the backfield and a loss of 6. Now from the 31-yard line, 2nd and 16 for Seward, and a bit of a hole. Out of the shotgun, it's Sukup with Ruth behind him. Now Ruth out in motion. Bad snap, recovers it, out to Ruth. Ruth has room to run. And nice tackle there, brings him down only about a gain of 7 or 8.
Sukup's pass complete to Trevor Ruth. Tackled by Ethan Lee. 3rd and 7 for the Seward Bluejays.
Ethan Lee had the tackle on that play. Had 3 tackles in the previous game against Mount Michael. Now a 3rd and 7 after the pass to Ruth. Could be a huge play if Gross can get Seward off the field. Sukup looks to throw. He rolls out left. He's got a chance to run. He's got enough for the first down and gets it and more. Down the sideline just inside the 40-yard line.
Sukup the ball carrier. Tackled by Weston Miller of Newby.
Sukup has done a great job showing off his legs in this outing. Everybody knows that he's got an arm, and the Gross pass coverage has been ready, but every time they've been ready, he's been ready to go to his feet and pick up big yardage. Had a big touchdown scamper earlier. That one was a big chunk to move the chains and get into enemy territory. 1st and 10 from the 39. Sukup out of the shotgun, backs up, has time to throw, throws it down the sideline. That one almost intercepted. Nice pass coverage from the Gross defense.
Pass intended for Mason Bisbee. Broken up by Weston Miller Aivi.
And Weston Miller Aivi coming up with the nice play to force the incomplete pass. The lone sophomore in this starting lineup for Gross Catholic. This team last year was very, very young. Now 10 juniors and seniors in the starting lineup and 1 lone sophomore, and that is Miller Aivi. Came up with a big stop there. Now 2nd and 10 from the 39. 2 receivers out each way. And he gets the snap, and it's a high snap. He loses it now in the backfield, able to come away with it. And he breaks a tackle down the middle of the field. And that one's gonna be run in for a touchdown. Gavin Sukup showing off the legs even more. That play was dead from the start. Able to break 2 tackles, and the rest was history. Finds his way into the end zone for the 2nd time tonight, 3rd time on the season. Now Seward on for the PAT. Trying to make this a 16-point advantage, and they do.
Hammond's kick is up and good.
28-12 now the score with 3 minutes and some change left here in the 3rd quarter. When we come back, Gross trying to put a comeback effort together. 28-12 the score now after the second touchdown run from Gavin Sukup. Gross with a chance to start chipping away at this lead here, and the kickoff underway. It's going to be Ben Rice returning the kick. Finds a gap to the outside on the left, beats him to the corner, now a chance to run. He's across the 50 with room to run, and gets inside the 40 for fantastic field position for the Gross Cougars.
Rice on the return into Seward territory. First and 10 for the Cougars.
What a patient return from Ben Rice. Looked like he was going to get stopped inside his own 20. Looked like a deer in headlights almost. And then able to make a juke move out to the left and then beat his defenders to the sideline and found a lane. Now ball starting at the 39 of Seward. This is a real chance for Gross to go toe-to-toe here in the second half, just bouncing back scores with the Bluejays. Mill in the I formation. Hand off to Garcia, and he picks up a big chunk with 4 defenders on his back, continues to move forward.
Garcia, the ball carrier. Tackle by number 84, Nathan Pence. First and 10 for the Cougars. Falls at the 28-yard line.
When you let Jake Garcia run the ball downhill, he looks like a man among boys out there. Had 4 defenders trying to pull him down before he was finally brought down, before he picked up a first down. Now a fresh set of downs inside the 30-yard line. Mill with the option, finds a lane. Breaks out for big yardage and another first down. If not, they're going to mark him right at the line. And it looks like they will move the chains for another first down.
Mason Bisbee and Parker Hammond on the tackle. First and 10 for the Cougars.
Now at the 18-yard line here. Just over 2 left in the third quarter. If Gross is going to get a score, they want to ideally do it before the end of this frame and head into the fourth quarter, potentially only down 2 scores. As now they hand it off to the fullback. Gilbert almost found a lane to potentially find 6. The fullback finding a lane to get some yardage.
Bisbee on the tackle. Second and 3 for the Cougars.
Second and 3. Gross inside the red zone trying to get back to work. The running attack has worn down this defense this half, and here it goes to work again. Garcia up the middle. Picks up enough to gain a first down. The chains move yet again, thanks to the efforts of Jake Garcia.
First and goal for the Cougars. Falls at the 5-yard line.
Henry Tunison now under center here with less than 2 to go in the third quarter. Tunison under center. He's got Gilbert and Garcia in the backfield. Hands it off to Garcia. Up the middle, easy, and it's in for the touchdown. Jake Garcia finds the end zone and adds 6 to the scoreboard for Gross. And now a 2-point conversion necessary for Gross as they want to keep this within reach and potentially make this back to a 1-score game with, it would take another touchdown and a 2-point conversion, but still technically a 1-score game. It's Tunison under center. Garcia in the backfield just scored the touchdown. He's going to get it again here. Breaks out left, up the middle, in for the 2.
Jake Garcia in for the point after 2 points for the Cougars. Bluejays 28, Cougars 20. 1:05 in the third.
And when we come back, the Gross Cougars are going to have a chance to get a big defensive stand and get the ball back to complete this comeback drive. We'll be back in a moment.
Camping World of Omaha is your one-stop shop for everything RV. Shop from the top manufacturers, the best floor plans, and the most competitive prices in the Omaha area. Travel trailers starting at only $99 per month. Plus, buy an RV from Camping World and receive access to the Good Sem Elite loyalty program, offering incentives valued at over $2,000. Don't miss out on the incredible deals at Camping World, located just east of Exit 1B on I-29 in Council Bluffs. Payments not inclusive of tax, title, license, prep, and dealer dock fees. See dealer for details and full disclaimers. Camping World.
Jake Garcia punches in the score to bring it to an 8-point deficit for the Cougars. Both teams had sizable wins last week and look to advance to 2-0. And that one, a low line drive kickoff. That one's gonna roll into the end zone for a touchback.
Touchback for the Bluejays.
Gavin Sukup on his last 2 drives has found his way in for 2 rushing touchdowns. The Gross defense looks to not let it happen a third, and this could be the biggest defensive stand of the game for Gross Catholic if they can find a way to do so. Gavin Sukup has had a fantastic game for Seward and has single-handedly kept them in this lead despite the fact that Gross has really turned it on offensively in the second half. Their rushing attack has created numerous problems for the defensive box of Seward. But offensively, it's been a different show for the Blue Jays. And let's see if they can keep that program running. Now he rolls out on the play action, looks to scramble, gets the throw off, and it's completed. Enough for the first down and more. That's going to be about a 20-yard pickup.
Pass is complete to Trevor Ruth. Tackle by number 44, Thomas Gilbert, 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays.
Gross almost got into the backfield to get to Sukup before he got that throw off, just not quick enough. And a strike to Ruth. Picks up 20 now from the 41-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, it's Ruth. He's met in the backfield, maybe a yard on the play.
Mason Bisbee on the carry.
Now 30 seconds left here in the third.
Gio Gomez on the tackle. It's 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 here from the 42-yard line. Maybe have time for one more play before we head to the final frame. Sukup's got Ruth to his left and Bisbee behind him in the backfield. And they're going to let the clock run out as we get set for fourth quarter action. This game is not over.
Blue Jays 28, Cougars 20. 1 quarter to go.
Seward put together an excellent offensive quarter, but Gross responded punch for punch. Now we head to the fourth quarter with an 8-point advantage for Seward and a second down coming up when we come back.
Camping World of Omaha is your one-stop shop for everything RV. Shop from the top manufacturers, the best floor plans, and the most competitive prices in the Omaha area. Travel trailers starting at only $99 per month. Plus, buy an RV from Camping World and receive access to the Good Sem Elite loyalty program, offering incentives valued at over $2,000. Don't miss out on the incredible deals at Camping World, located just east of Exit 1B on I-29 in Council Bluffs. Payments not inclusive of tax, title, license, prep, and dealer dock fees. See dealer for details and full disclaimers.
Second down and 9 from the 42 coming out here in the fourth quarter. 28-20 Seward on top. He sends Bisbee in motion, now a pass over to Bisbee. Cuts back, tries to get some yards, and the Gross defense meets him immediately. Maybe a pickup of 4.
Palladino, Brennan, and Lee on the tackle. It's 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6 from the 50-yard line. This would be a big opportunity for Gross to get the Blue Jays off the field and put together a potential game-tying touchdown. Rolling out a Suka, pass over the top, incomplete. Excellent coverage by the defensive back. That's Brandon Kaborik.
Pass broken up by Weston Miller, Aivi.
And
incomplete, it's 4th and 6.
correction, it's the lone sophomore for the 2nd time tonight. He has come up with a huge defensive stop, and now the the quarterback staying on the field, Gavin Sukup. This is another risky play from the Blue Jays. 4th and 6, field position not in your favor, but they're going to stay on the field. And now he's potentially going to hit a little squib punt, and he's going to kick this one away. Nice job by the quarterback to just see if he can gain some field position, but not a friendly hop. Possession starting for Gross at the 31.
Preston Hurley covers it for the Blue Jays. 1st and 10 for the Cougars.
And the biggest offensive possession coming up momentarily for the Gross Cougars. Trailing by 8, the sophomore Weston Miller Ivy coming up with the biggest defensive play of the game for Gross. And now 68 yards is all that separates Gross from potentially tying this game up. They still need a 2-point conversion to try to even it up once they get a touchdown. But let's see if the rushing attack can go to work. Garcia gets the handoff. It's Palladino who makes a big man play, breaking tackles and barreling through. Gets a huge pickup on the play and moves the sticks.
Mason Bisbee and Justin Matulka on the tackle. 1st and 10 Cougars.
This offensive line has just created little holes for these runners, and it has worked out all game long, especially in this second half. They have ran the ball downhill with force, and now a flag on the play as both teams are setting up. We'll see what the officials rule. And they're going to wave off the flag. Not sure what the thought process was with the throw, but nonetheless, we're going to get a 1st and 10 from the 49. It's Mill under center. Palladino fumbles it, but he's able to jump on it and save potential disaster.
Fumble on the play covered up by Charlie Palladino. Loss of a couple, it'll be 2nd and 12.
Smart play to just dive on the football, not try to pick it up and run with it. He saves his team from disaster, but now a 2nd and long. 2nd and 12 from their own 47, and again a flag thrown on the play.
Illegal substitution on the defense.
And the illegal substitution will help bail out this Gross offense that almost fumbled it on the last play. They'll pick up 5 yards, and now it's going to be a 2nd and 7 coming up. And we are going to get a timeout here on the field.
To the Blue Jays.
And with
10:38 left in the game. Blue Jays 28, Cougars 20.
And with that timeout, we will take a quick break with them. 10:38 to go. Gross driving to try to tie the game when we come back. (28-20) the score, and a 2nd and 7 coming up after the illegal substitution flag against the Blue Jays. It was once 28-12, and then Jake Garcia punched it in for 7. Gross got a stop defensively thanks to Weston Miller-Ivy, and now they're on the march again in a run here from Jake Garcia. Excuse me, that's Thomas Gilbert. Up the middle for a huge chunk. He's on his feet. Thomas Gilbert inside the 10. Touchdown, Gross.
Touchdown, Cougars. Jake Garcia.
And Thomas Gilbert with a huge run. 5'10", 190-pound junior gives them a chance to potentially tie the game with the upcoming 2-point conversion. The fullback goes all the way to the house, carrying people, running over people. It doesn't matter. He's getting 6 no matter what you say. And now Mill with a chance to potentially tie this game. He runs the option. Pitches it out, and it's fumbled. And it's going to be recovered by Mill, but tackled way in the backfield, and that is going to be a failed 2-point conversion. But this game has been inched just a bit closer for the Cougars. 28-26 the score on the ensuing kickoff. Seward holding on for dear life as Gross tries to complete the comeback effort with the defense coming out when we come back. And we have a barn burner on our hands here at Bryan Stadium. A beautiful fall evening as both teams look to stay undefeated. Gross right now with 14 unanswered points. It was once 28-12, now 28-26. 10:28 left in the final quarter as Gross's defense looks to get yet another stop. Last drive on a 3rd and long, it was Weston Miller-Ivy, the lone sophomore on the starting lineup, making the big play. We'll see who comes up with it here and boots it way into the end zone. Alex Clossy with a big boot.
The end zone touchback for Seward, 1st and 10.
And it'll be interesting to see the game plan of the Seward Bluejays coming out after their last drive. The passing game has worked fairly effectively throughout the entire game, but now the clock has become your friend. We'll see if they go to the running attack, and we'll see if Gavin Sukup looks to run with his feet yet again. He can do it. He can do both with the football, but typically likes to throw it. But he's ran it a lot this one, and here he's going again. Sukup finds a lane, out past the 30. He's got room on the sideline. And his shoestring tackle saves him from gaining even more. Charlie Palladino with the tackle.
Sukup with the carry, brought down by Charlie Palladino. 1st and 10 for the Bluejays.
Big play to start the drive for Seward, now inside the 50. They're looking to keep the offense going with the no huddle. And they're going to work this play clock as much as they can. Sukup being patient here. Now Bisbee moving to his right. He looks to throw here. Pressure coming, throws it downfield, and it's intercepted. Charlie Palladino takes down the left side. He breaks a tackle and brought down at the 34-yard line. Charlie Palladino with the play of the game.
First down for the Cougars.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you didn't go anywhere. What was once a 16-point lead late in the 3rd quarter is now a barn burner. Gross with a chance to take the lead with any sort of points here. A field goal gives them the lead with less than 10 to play. The first real mistake we've seen tonight from Gavin Sukup. Tried to throw it deep downfield, and Charlie Palladino already with a rushing touchdown in this game. Now it's Garcia, met at the line of scrimmage.
Garcia, the ball carrier. Tackled by Trevor Roth. Gain of 2 at 2nd and 8.
Ball at the 37-yard line here, 2nd down and 8 for this Gross offense. Last drive, it was Tommy Gilbert, the fullback, who barreled his way downfield for a big touchdown run. Now the option. And the fullback met immediately. That's Owen Brennan.
Ball carried by Owen Brennan. Tackled by Nolan Hill.
And now a 3rd and long here.
Gain of 2, it's 3rd and 6.
Excuse me, 3rd and 6 after the 2-yard pickup from Brennan. And here's where the playbook gets interesting. As an offense, what do you elect to do? Stay with your rushing attack or try to maybe go to the air? Still in the I formation, and it's Jackson Drake out to the right. And it's the option. It's Mill keeping it. Runs out to the left. Only going to pick up a handful of yards, probably 2 yards short of the first down.
Tackled by Justin Matulka. Fourth and 1 for the Cougars.
And Gage Mill a little slow to come off the field. Holding his shoulder, but didn't need any assistance coming off. We'll have to check in on him and see how he's doing later on, as a trainer is looking at him now, and it's Henry Tunison, the 6'1", 190-pound junior coming into the game. 8:20 left, and this is a huge play. 4th and 1. Tunison under center. I formation, crowd on their feet. Tunison fumbles the snap, and it looks like he might have enough to get the first down, so he's still going. Barrels forward on what looked like was going to potentially be a turnover. I'm not sure if he fumbled the snap or what, but a recovery by Tommy Gilbert and ran it
1st and 10 for the Cougars.
past midfield and keeps the drive alive. Henry Tunison playing cold. Gage Mill had played the last 2 to 3 drives, and Tunison comes in, makes a big first play, and now the drive continues. Garcia up the middle, barrels through, breaks 2 tackles. He's down the field at the 20, at the 10. Gross Cougars lead.
With the touchdown run.
Have yourself a day, Jake Garcia, his 2nd touchdown run of the game, and now with just under 8 to play, the Gross Cougars have their 2nd lead of the game. "20 unanswered points from this Gross Cougars squad in front of what feels like a sold-out crowd. Tunison under center for the 2-point conversion. Garcia up the middle, met at the line of scrimmage.
Charlie Collinsville, the ball carrier, the point after.
And it was
not good. Cougars 32, Bluejays 28, 7:50 left in the game.
Palladino's 2-point conversion, no good, but the crowd back into it as Gross heads back on the defensive side of the ball with a 4-point lead when we come back.
Camping World of Omaha is your one-stop shop for everything RV. Shop from the top manufacturers, the best floor plans, and the most competitive prices in the Omaha area. Travel trailers starting at only $99 per month. Plus, buy an RV from Camping World and receive access to the Good Sam Elite loyalty program, offering incentives valued at over $2,000. Don't miss out on the incredible deals at Camping World, located just east of Exit 1B on I-29 in Council Bluffs. Payments not inclusive of tax, title, license prep, and dealer dock fees. See dealer for details and full disclaimers.
Don't call it a comeback. The Gross Cougars have scored 20 unanswered here in the second half, and they lead by 4 as they give the ball back to Seward with less than 8 minutes to go. Football is a game of inches, and we are about to find out who is going to earn every inch to come away 2-0. After this game, the return, very short, met by the special teams before the 20-yard line or right at it.
Bisbee on the return, brought down by a 10 of Cougars. 1st and 10, Seward.
And now Gavin Suka back onto the field after throwing an interception on his last play. Was the biggest play defensively. Charlie Palladino coming up with the interception. Now they need another stop here. This has all the feeling of a potential shootout. It's been a while since we've seen the Seward offense find the end zone, but they've still had big plays here in the second half. Here's Sukup looking to run. He's got blockers. Met for about a 5-yard pickup.
Sukup is the ball carrier. Jackson Drake on the tackle. 2nd down and 5 for the Bluejays.
2nd and 5 here from their own 25-yard line, deep in their own territory. The clock's still not an enemy right now of Seward as there's still over 7 to play. Hands it off to Bisbee, nothing doing. The Gross box smashes him. Nothing doing.
Trevor Root is the ball carrier. Brought down by Dan of Cougars. 3rd and 4 for the Bluejays.
Gross has a chance to get Seward off the field for the 3rd straight possession here. 3rd and 4 from their own 26. Suka backs up to throw and finds a receiver. That one going to be short of the 1st down marker. Excellent play defensively to contain the receiver.
Pass is complete to number 22, Trevor Root. Tackled by Jackson Drake. 4th and 1.
Seward did everything right offensively there. It was just a better job by the DBs of Omaha Gross to keep them in front of the marker. Now 6 minutes to go, 4th and 1. Here we go. And it's an option. Did he get enough? The officials are marking him over the line, so the chains will move, but a very close call there to keep the drive alive. The clock continues to move here as we got 6 minutes left in this contest. Sukup out of the shotgun. Screen pass over to the right. And he drops it. And they're going to rule the ball dead before the fumble was recovered. I believe that was Lucas Growinner on the opposite side of the field coming up with it. So it's going to be 2nd and 10.
Is incomplete. Intended for number 16, Eli Heiser. It's 2nd and 10.
From the 31. 2nd and 10 here for the Bluejays. Looking to try to regain the lead that they once had. They once led 28-12, now trailing by 4. Suka backs up, throws it down the middle, and it's caught.
Sukup's pass is complete to number 9, Christian Fields.
Christian Fields, the 170-pound senior, with the reception to move the sticks yet again. 5:30 to go. The clock continues to move, and now here goes Sukup. Running to the outside, he's got blockers, and he breaks a tackle past the 1st down marker and more inside the 40.
Ball carried by Sukup.
And this is something we've seen all second half from Seward.
Thomas Gilbert on the tackle. Another 1st down for the Bluejays.
Even though Seward has struggled to find the end zone on the half, they still are able to come up with big plays here and there. Gross has just found ways to get them off the field before they can get 6. Now inside the 40. Sukup goes to work. Approaching 5 minutes left in the game. The sand in the hourglass running low. Run downhill. Up the middle, nothing doing. Great job by the Gross defensive front.
Trevor Ruth is the ball carrier.
Patched up every hole there.
Tackled by Sal Nacarelli. No gain, it's 2nd and 10.
And it's the 6'1" junior, Sam Nacarelli, one of the team captains, coming up with the stop. No gain on the play, now 2nd and 10 from the 35. Sukup awaits the signal. Now a quick slant route, that one tipped up and somehow caught. And that will be run in for one of the luckiest touchdowns you will ever see in Nebraska high school football.
Touchdown for Seward.
Micah Hackbart continues the highlight reel game. Had the pick 6 earlier and just happens to be at the right place at the right time. It was a quick slant route that was initially tipped up, and the second that happens, you pray for an interception. Unfortunately, Hackbart was right there to run under it and take it in for 6.
Parker Hammond on to attempt the extra point.
And Parker Hammond kicks the PAT up and in to make it a 3-point lead for Seward. It took a little bit of luck, but Seward has regained the lead with just over 4 minutes to go. Now Gross with a chance to march down the field and complete the comeback when we return.
Camping World of Omaha is your one-stop shop for everything RV. Shop from the top manufacturers, the best floor plans, and the most competitive prices in the Omaha area. Travel trailers starting at only $99 per month. Plus, buy an RV from Camping World and receive access to the Good Sam Elite loyalty program, offering incentives valued at over $2,000. Don't miss out on the incredible deals at Camping World, located just east of Exit 1B on I-29 in Council Bluffs. Payments not inclusive of tax, title, license prep, and dealer dock fees. See dealer for details and full disclaimers.
And a touchdown from the Seward Blue Jays regains the lead after having 20 points scored in a row against them. They're able to punch it in for 7 and regain a 3-point lead, but luckily for the Gross Cougars, plenty of time remains on the clock. 4:13 left in this contest, and Gross only trailing by a field goal. Short kickoff here. It's going to be Palladino returning. Looks for blockers, gets up the sideline, finds a little lane, past the 40, past the 50. Here he goes. He's off to the races and tackled inside the 40.
On return into Seward territory. 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Balls at the 40-yard line.
You could not draw up a better starting field position for the Gross Cougars. Their special teams has been an excellent phase to their attack today. Coach VH talked about how all 3 phases saw a lot of improvement this week at practice. Their emphasis was the details. And right there, the blocking was good enough for Palladino to find just enough space to break out, and now starting the possession in enemy territory. At the 40, 1st and 10. Handoff and nothing doing.
Tommy Gilbert, the ball carrier. Brought down after a gain of 1, it's 2nd and 9.
And Gage Mills still on the sideline. Henry Tunison under center. On the last possession, Mill came off the field with what appeared to be a shoulder injury. He came off under his own power, didn't need any assistance, was looked at by a trainer. Haven't heard an update. He's walking around on the sidelines, I believe. But for the time being, it's Tunison's offense. Hands it off up the middle.
By Gage Mill.
Excuse me, Gage Mill in the backfield. I like the move offensively by Omaha Gross to see what they can do, switching their running backs, giving it to Mill, as now Palladino coming in for Mill. So we're going to see the trifecta of halfbacks here in the last 3 minutes of this quarter of Garcia, Mill, and Palladino. Palladino in the game right now. 3 minutes to go. Gross has a chance to win this one in dramatic fashion. Tunison hands it off. And met in the backfield. Excellent play by Seward on a 3rd and 3.
Tackled by number 81, Luke Wegman.
A big,
3 for the Cougars.
this will be potentially the game here. Henry Tunison coming off the field, I believe. You wonder if we're going to see a timeout to let Gross come up with a play, and we will get it. We will take a break momentarily as Gross looks to come up with a play to extend this game further. 4th and 4 coming up. Gross looking for a first down.
Camping World of Omaha is your one-stop shop for everything RV. Shop from the top manufacturers, the best floor plans, and the most competitive prices in the Omaha area. Travel trailers starting at only $99 per month. Plus, buy an RV from Camping World and receive access to the Good Sam Elite loyalty program, offering incentives valued at over $2,000. Don't miss out on the incredible deals at Camping World, located just east of Exit 1B on I-29 in Council Bluffs. Payments not inclusive of tax, title, license, prep, and dealer dock fees. See dealer for details.
This could be the game here. Gage Mill under center. 4th and 4 from the 34. 2:23 left. They run the option. Pitches it. Garcia needs to make something happen, and an excellent defensive stop from Seward.
Brought down by Trevor Root. Cougars turnover on downs. It'll be Seward football. With 2:17 left in the game.
They stick with the option, and the Seward Bluejays pack the box. Came with pressure, swarmed Mill, and then swarmed Garcia. A loss of yards. And now Seward takes over. 2:17 left. Gross still with 2 timeouts left in the half. They have to use them smart here. They need to spread them out and stop this rushing attack. 1 first down could be the end of the game. And a nice pressure in the backfield, and they're only able to get 2 or 3 yards on the play.
Tackled by Charlie Palladino. It's 2nd down. 9 to go.
That's the pressure you want to see from Gross, getting in the backfield before Sukup can get comfortable trying to find blockers. Gross on that last play didn't let him get to the 2nd level before he reached contact. And now 2nd and 9 from Seward's own 38. 1:40 left in this contest. And now again, it's Sukup running. Finds a lane and picks up the first down.
Sukup, the ball carrier.
And timeout coming from Gross. They're going to have to waste their first.
For the Bluejays.
Or excuse me, I believed I saw the official call timeout, but they are going to keep it. So the clock will keep going here. Gross still with 2 timeouts in their pocket, down 3. You wonder if they're going to use any timeouts here. Now 1:20 left. The clock's still ticking. Gross waiting for the snap here. 2 timeouts sitting in their pocket. And they're going to let Sukup take his time snapping this ball. 1:10 left at the 48. 1st and 10. Sukup finally getting the snap here.
Ball carried by Sukup.
Gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Tackled by Charlie Palladino.
And there comes the timeout from Gross.
2nd and 10.
And we will take a quick break with that timeout. 57 seconds left. 2nd down and 10 coming up. Gross trying to get Seward off the field to complete their comeback. We'll be right back. 35-32 the score, 57 seconds left as we get a 2nd and 10 from Seward after the nice defensive stop on the last play, but only one timeout remains for the Gross Cougars. They need to use it wisely. You expect a run here from Seward. You need to get a quick stop and save that timeout for the next play. Here goes Sukup, trying to get to the outside. They've ran that play a lot, and it continues to work. And that'll move the chains and make this very hard for the Cougars as they use their last timeout here.
3rd and 1 for the Bluejays.
And really quickly, we just want to thank our sponsors for this game: Camping World, Colleen Almgren at Better Homes and Gardens, the Good Life Group, and then we want to give another special thanks to this list of families: the Furman family, the Nacarelli family, the Drake family, Brennan family and co., and then the Pekar family for all of their generous continued support of Gross High School and Gross Athletics. As we get a 3rd and 1 coming up, they actually did mark Sukup short of the first down, so still a chance to get Seward off the field with one timeout remaining. They tried to draw Gross off sides there, and it looks like we're going to get a timeout going back the other way.
Timeout, Seward.
Seward must have not liked the way Gross was lined up, and they burn a timeout. 3rd and 1, both teams with one timeout remaining. They talk to their coaches for what may be the final time in this game here at Bryan High School. It has been an amazing atmosphere here at Bryan High. The Gross fans have showed out, and with COVID hopefully taking a break from society, it's nice to see such a packed crowd with no masks, no distancing. The community able to get together today to support these Gross Cougars as they try to fight to a 2-0 record with 49.7 seconds left as both teams take the field here for potentially the game-deciding play. Sukup under center. You expect some sort of quarterback sneak, and right now Gross packing the box. Hand off to the fullback, and it looks like he has enough to move the sticks. And that should just about do it.
Trevor Ruth, the ball carrier, 1st down for the Bluejays.
Ruth moves the sticks, and now with less than a minute left, Seward hopes to just run out the clock and advance to 2-0. Sukup taking the snap from far away. I'm assuming just to kneel this one and put it in the books as the clock continues to roll. And Sukup takes a knee and puts this one in the books. Gross with a valiant effort, down 28-12. Scored 20 unanswered points to take a 4-point lead in the 4th quarter, but a late touchdown lifts Seward to a 35-32 win and moves to a 2-0 record, while Omaha Gross goes to 1-1 after suffering the close loss here today to Seward. The next action for the Gross Catholic Cougars is going to be next Thursday, September 9th. They take on Scott. And then the week after that, they're going to travel to Aurora on Friday, September 17th for that game and continued Class B action. We just want to thank everybody for tuning in to tonight's game, a hard-fought loss for the Gross Cougars. One last time, we want to thank our sponsors, Camping World, Colleen Almgren at Better Homes and Gardens, the Good Life Group, and a special thanks to the Furman family, Nacarelli family, Drake family, Brennan family and co., and the Pekar family for their continued support of Gross Catholics. Tough 35-32 loss for the Gross Cougars, but they return to action next week against Scott. We want to thank you one more time for tuning in, and as always, go Cougars.